20 to the 24. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Love now. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. But Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Love looking to throw it. That's complete to Wicks. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw now, here's Love. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That is caught. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Stroud to throw it. That one's complete. It's tanked down. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stroud working out of the gun. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. Following the interception, Love. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And his throw is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Working out of the gun. Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On play action. Love to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
That has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 63 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 8. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
Well, they're right down here looking for 6. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They toss to Mixon. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
3rd and goal, Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the...
First take over, first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Play fake. Here's Love. Rolling to his right. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Off the play fake, Love. He'll buy some time right. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. Hook up a 15 yards there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Throwing. Love. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They go with Jacobs. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, 67 yards. And the Packers Packers are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Now Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. And Stroud now to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Stroud back to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. This is 1st and 10. Now Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Love. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's Love. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Love looking to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time here. Love on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the fourth. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Stroud. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Tech.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Here we go. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Here we go.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Burrow from the gun. He fires one deep down the right sideline. And that one's incomplete. Pretty fortunately so. That was a big risk. Nearly an end zone turnover. Instead, it brings up 4th down.
Evan McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
Butker knocks it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Stroud in the air to start us off. That one's caught along the left sideline. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Stroud off the play fake. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you know that line, time is of the essence? It certainly is in the pocket. Not enough time there to let that play develop down the field, and the two were not able to reel it in.
Running for it, Mixon. And they bring him down around the 34. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a 1st. Here's Stroud now. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it sets up a Houston 1st.